Bournemouth University has a very good reputation.
I chose Bournemouth because it's different to all other unis. It thinks differently to other unis.
Bournemouth University was the university which offered top-up courses.
The description of the courses and what I stand to gain just suitable for us looking.
You want to find, somewhere where you can be employable at the end.
But the support you got was really amazing, sort of the library support, all the essay support, the study skills.
Your lecturers are really good. They take it slowly and introduce you to everything before it all gets too scary.
They come from a mixture of the academic and professional background.
And that they know the dynamics of industry, they have contacts even within the industry. And the second thing is
work with people from everywhere, so it was really good for me.
Different sort of internet discussion boards, different workshops, different visiting lecturers, which is really useful, and you wouldn't really get that anywhere else.
The course I want to do, I don't think nationally there's anywhere else you could do a placement year.
And it's just really sort of a friendly atmosphere, and everyone's very open, and isn't it? It's just a nice place.
Within Bournemouth University, we have 6 academic schools. Each school offers the very best academic experience and excellent facilities and support to help you study.
Essentially, our courses are structured in a very simplistic way. We've got undergraduate, postgraduate and executive, and they're the horizontal levels. And in the vertical levels, we've got finance and accounting, we've got law, and we've got management, and the courses fit effectively in there. And at the top level, we've got the executive level where we service the local business community by consultancy, short courses and so on.
It's a 4-year course rather than most unis have a 3-year course, whereby you do your first 2 years, which is what everyone does, and then you do your 3rd year out, which is a placement year out in industry, a real job, and then the last year you can choose to specialise.
We're going to be working on areas that are central to the creation of the British economy: creative industries, leisure industries and finance industries.
I mean, the lecturers at Bournemouth are great. You've got a really good mix in there. You've got half of them have got PhDs, so really academic based, and they know their theory really well, and then half of them have had a good amount of time in industry, like they're well respected as well, so you have the opportunity to put that theory into practice and they can really show you how it relates. And then when you go into your placement year, you can really see kind of how their experience really helps you in your experience, and also they have some really good contacts as well.
So you're simultaneously getting professional qualifications and academic qualifications taught to you by professionals and academics. It's a terrific environment for anybody who wants to enter the business world. We're doing a lot of work on e-learning, on simulation and that we hope in the next 2 or 3 years our students are really going to take on. And if they take that on, they'll be better prepared for when they go into the real world. Equally, we have placements where people go in and they work with businesses for a year or at postgraduate level for 3-4 months. Again, it's a great recruiting tool, but it's a great opportunity for them to test out their game playing in the real world. The other great thing about where we're moving to is that we're having a new building built, and the school will really ride on the back of that new building. And in that building is going to be housed all of our postgraduate work, our MBAs, our master's degrees, and our executive education for the local community. So the building itself, which is in the heart of Bournemouth, is going to be a building for regional business community with a school attached, as opposed to the other way round, a university that does a bit of business. It's going to be right in the heart of the business district. It's going to be a massive advantage for us.
Conservation Sciences is a wide-ranging school. We have a whole variety of programmes associated with everything from archaeology to ecology, to forensic sciences, to geography, to biology, to marine and so on. And essentially the programmes that we deliver are combinations of these sorts of types of things. So although there's a sort of a science basis for the programmes, clearly what we're looking at is science applied to all of those really wide variety of really quite exciting and vibrant areas. On campus here we have a whole variety of different types of labs that can support anything from, say, the forensic area where we're looking at bones perhaps, to looking at DNA, to the environmental side of it in terms of the biology and the geography side of it. So we've actually got resources actually based here, a whole variety of different sorts of resources.
There's a lot of practical work. You get to suit up in all the stuff you see on television. You get to put on in your gloves, goggles. And they have a crime scene village here,
and they have a new crime scene house called Rose Cottage.
Rose Cottage is a dedicated facility for the students involved in the crime scene investigation, because it allows us to essentially set things up as if there's a crime actually sort of happened, so they can go in and look at it, if you like, on a real life sort of type of basis. We've got a whole variety of natural resources literally on the doorstep. So if we're talking about the marine programmes, clearly obviously we're on the coast. We've got a World Heritage Site literally on our doorstep in terms of the Dorset coastline. We have Stonehenge to the north of us, we have the New Forest, we have the Purbex. So the students that come here do have some science background, but not necessarily what might be termed a heavy science background. They've got the opportunity to develop in the science area, but they can perhaps look at it from a different area, looking at perhaps the sort of more management side of it. And I think that sort of very much adds to what it is that you want to do. And I think it also adds to, when you actually leave here, that you've actually got something else to offer in addition to the science basis.
We have a wide range of courses here within the school, covering design, computing, engineering, and also through to psychology. Our courses are industrially relevant, so they will help you get a very good job when you graduate. They are accredited by professional bodies, and they are based on practical skills and theoretical knowledge. So you would leave Bournemouth University with a very strong skill set to get a job anywhere in the world. Well, one of the primary aims of studying at either undergraduate or postgraduate level is to get a job, and to get a good job. And we have a strong track record of students leaving Bournemouth University, moving into top jobs around the world. So that's a very good reason to come to Bournemouth. We have students now leading developments in companies such as JP Morgan, Eli Lilly, Airbus and Dyson. We have a festival of design and innovation each year at Bournemouth University, and it gives our students a chance to trial their products and their ideas in an external marketplace. So we have people coming in from industry and from the region and internationally to come in and see what's going on. You know, our graduates can be seen all over the world leading the way, developing future technologies and being successful.
The school offers a variety of programs, nursing, midwifery, occupational therapy, physiotherapy, social work, applied biology, nutrition, and exercise science with the Anglo-European Chiropractic College. We do community work, and then at postgraduate level, public health, a variety of programs that lead to advanced practice, as well as a professional doctorate and a PhD.
The school's really divided into four main areas, and together they cover the spectrum of the modern creative media industry, if you like. We start out with communications, which is very much the theory of communications, but also the practice, so advertising, marketing, and public relations. We then move into one of the core skills, if you like, of the modern industry, which is journalism. From there we go to media production, so the making, if you like, the making of television, the making of radio, websites, interactive media. And then we go into the fourth area, which is really computer animation, which is 3D animation and digital effects for film. And together that really forms a whole spectrum. So you should be able to go from the theory of communications right the way through the core skills and the production into the creative side. And we also have film, creative film. We're a screen and media academy. And on top of that, we're also a centre of excellence for media practice. It's a combination of professional skills and the academic value, which then produces, if you like, graduates or postgraduates who can go out into the workplace, into the creative media industry, and they can hit the ground running. So they know how to use the kit, if it's Final Cut Pro, if they're in TV, or whatever specialist piece of equipment it might be, they know how to use it. But they also have the intellectual skills to solve problems, have self-confidence in the market.
The lecturers here had worked in the field, they'd worked in the industry, so the information that I'd be getting from them I knew would be, from the real world as opposed to just from textbooks.
We have now three studios, and the newest one is a high-definition studio. In fact, you'd be hard-pushed to find any studio of that calibre outside, I think, Sky or the BBC. One of the things we think is really pretty special for Bournemouth is that we offer placements, and we help students to get placements in every single undergraduate course. So there's no excuse for any graduate leaving here not having worked in industry.
I'm on a sandwich course, so I get a year in industry. I get a placement year in my third year. And I think that will help because it'll give me a lot of experience. It'll look amazing on my CV, because I think there's obviously not just the degree and the academic things that you learn, but also the experience and the knowledge you gain from the industry itself. So I think that when it comes to choosing a job, when I finish my degree, having that year will really support me in looking for that.
One of the things we have is the National Centre for Computer Animation, the NCCA. Now, those graduates who graduate from the computer animation area, they go to work in the top companies in London, and they also go to work on those top films. So our graduates have worked on Star Wars, on Harry Potter, on Gladiator. You name those big films, they work on those films.
Services management within the university focuses on 6 subject areas: tourism, leisure, hospitality, retail, sport and events. We take a particular focus on those subjects. In fact, we believe, a unique focus on those subjects, which we characterise as the experience, the consumer experience. And we don't believe any other university in the world takes that perspective on these subject areas. The idea being that these are the industries where the consumer value is driven by experiences. People pay for unusual, exciting, innovative experiences. And as you can imagine, in tourism, hospitality, events, restaurants, hotels, even going shopping, it's the experience that consumers are looking for. All our courses have placements. It's an integral part of all the programmes. They're all professional courses where understanding the world of work is fundamental to what we do. It also gives students a perspective that we can work on in the final year, so that when the students come back, a lot of the final year is about exploring the application of concepts that they have learned in the first and the second year.
The first placement I did was at the Hong Kong Tourism Board, where I was working as the marketing research assistant, and that again gave me a lot of confidence in working as part of a team and do various research projects and various other skills, and most importantly opened me doors to other people and other sort of airlines and companies, and sort of gave me a lot of networking opportunities and various contacts.
You could go to any university in the world that teaches tourism and hospitality, and they would know people that teach here at Bournemouth University. Our profile is so high. In league tables we have done very well. We are currently top of the Guardian League table for tourism for this year and for next year, and this is the 3rd time we've been top of the Guardian League table. We've been top of the Sunday Times Head Teachers Survey for 3 years running for tourism, and when we talk about tourism, it's tourism, hospitality and leisure. In another league table we have been ranked 2nd for events management in the UK, and in sport we have been ranked by the Guardian as the 4th best university in the UK. So we do exceptionally well in all league tables for our subject areas.
Here at Bournemouth University, we pride ourselves on having the best facilities to help you study. The award-winning Sir Michael Cobham Library opened 5 years ago as a result of over £5.3 million worth of investment. Within the library, you can borrow academic textbooks in hard copy, as well as access our vast collections of electronic texts and e-resources anytime and anywhere. We have wireless access across our campuses for students with laptop connection. If you don't have a laptop, our library and open access centres allow you to have computer access at all times of the day, some with 24-hour access. Throughout the library, there are spaces for silent study for individual work and rooms available to make working in groups fun. Our self-service book issuing technology means that our staff are available to give you help and advice. You can even learn a language in your own time to help improve your employability potential in the Language Centre located in the library. Our MyBU service is the university's virtual learning environment, which enables students to access their course materials anywhere, anytime. It also encourages students to communicate and work collaboratively. We help you with your transition into studying at university by offering online study support and our peer-assisted learning programme, our internationally acclaimed student-to-student support scheme.
I first learned about PAL before I applied. They did mention and explain what would be involved with peer-assisted learning. When I came onto the campus, we were put into seminar groups. These are basically groups of 10 to 20 students that you get placed in that are from the same course that you're studying.
When the first years come out of school, they sort of need some help, and you get the option as a second year to look after a group of students, normally about 10 to 20 students. And in doing that, you take them through, meet them weekly, and just make sure everything runs okay, offering study support. And actually, there are 115 power leaders which run across 30 courses in the university. So when you first come to university, you're a little bit euphoric. It's a really new experience, but you still have some insecurities to do with accommodation, anything like that, or your course. And we're there as sort of first point of call rather than lecturers, you know, because we've survived the first year and made it through. And so we can offer sort of not just academic support, but more of a friendship support as well.
We talk about recent lecture material, we talk about different aspects of the course. Initially, from the beginning of the year, because we are fresh from high school or from college, we're not very aware of perhaps how the university runs in terms of academically. So we do run through topics such as referencing, how to reference assignments and essays and that sort of thing. We run through how to use some of the university facilities, like the library, so that from the very word start go, you become acquainted with the processes around the university.
We can also offer students with additional learning needs help and support throughout their time at Bournemouth University, making sure that academics are aware of their needs and offering one-to-one support where needed.
We support a range of disabilities or difficulties, including Asperger's syndrome, bipolar, depression, eating disorders, attention deficit disorder, OCD.
They really take your case as an individual, so they can give you the facilities that really match your needs.
It's a service that welcomes in people to address their needs. It doesn't judge at all. It helps liaise with these schools to arrange for any extensions that might be needed.